Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and this is my final attempt at the 10K challenge. I was tagged by Simlissy, and I actually had no idea she tagged me, and I felt really bad. But here it is, and I've actually tried to do this on my own maybe like 3 or 4 other times, and yeah, I knew I wanted to do something industrial, because if I did something industrial, I didn't have to do too much to the floors or the walls. So it's a little bit of a cheat, but I think it turned out really well. And I had no idea that this iron, like, metal stairs and the matching fence that went with it, I had no idea it was so expensive. It's like the most expensive thing ever for the stairs. So I ended up getting rid of that and changing it to the cheapest stairs. But also, pro tip, if you want to save money in the kitchen especially, if you use shelving instead of cabinets, they're way less expensive than cabinets are. They're like 45 simoleons or something for a shelf. So yeah, and it's trendy too, so you can be cheap and trendy. So with this build, I was thinking of doing kind of like a lofty industrial type of home. So if you go up the stairs from the main living area, that's where the bedroom is, and it has kind of like a little outlook to look into the first floor. So I thought that was kind of cool. I also ended up changing the shape a little bit on the outside, only because it was looking a little too boxy for my taste. So, and I also ran out of money. So I had to take away those like pillar things in the front, and I just kind of made some cutouts in the back as well as in the front, and that gave me a little extra wiggle room. So I think I got pretty close to 10K. So if you do decide to download this, you're still gonna have money because you always have a little more than 10K, but just note that the property itself is like 12,000 or 1,500, I don't know, I don't remember. But so the main house itself under 10K plus the property. So just for you to note that. I did really want to put a desk in this house with a computer, but I think because I got really close with money and I wanted to do a few other things, I'm pretty sure I took that out. I thought it might be nice to have a little dining area if I could afford it, and another weird thing is the door to the bathroom is glass, so you really don't have any privacy. But the door was the cheapest door I could find that kind of matched what I was doing with the rest of the house. So there's that. And what's really strange is the beautiful windows that came with the Vintage Glamour stuff pack with like the black, well, you can have more than just black, but you'll see in a minute. But they're so pretty, but they're cheaper than these like big plain ones for some reason. I don't know why that is. So I ended up using those and a few of the smaller ones. It is what it is. I really like how it turned out though. I think the person that lives here is maybe a developer guy or a graphic designer. Doesn't have a lot of money, but he just kind of made it look as good as he could. I also wanted some of the plaster walls to have those kind of eroded decals that came with the vampire stuff pack, just to make it look a little old and cheap, but still kind of cool. It gives it a little bit of character. And I kind of like this idea that I had in the bathroom to have a mirror and like one of the wall lights to just kind of sit on top of it. I used the Move Objects cheat to do that. Another reason why I wanted to go more industrial with this build is because I knew for a fact that I wouldn't be able to afford any nice lights because the lights are extremely expensive, sometimes for no reason. So I was like, well, if I'm going to go industrial, then these like fluorescent round lights, which are like, I think they're they're cheaper than the regular like disc light, but I think it would have been really dark if I hadn't used those. And so that was the main reason why I wanted to go industrial or something like it. Or that maybe adding a wall here in front of the stairs might be a good idea. Just so there's something that anchors the stairs and there's a place for the TV and like a leaning piece of art, just so it looks a little nicer, because even though there was a tight budget, I still wanted it to look decent, and like the person living here at least tried to make it look nice, you know? Another tip, if you are being a little more budget conscious with your decorating, if you take one of the smaller, cheaper rugs, you can use the hold on control and use the brackets to make it larger. So if you get a cheaper, smaller rug, you can definitely make it look like it's a larger rug for less money. I thought about putting a little balcony area in the top floor, but I don't know. It was a little ambitious of me to try and do that because it was just money wasted, and so I just ended up taking away a lot of the balcony area, but it was a good idea. If I had a little more money, I think I would have kept it. So this area seemed a little dark, so I changed the brick behind the stairs to be the white plaster, just so it would lighten it up a little bit. And I also got rid of the mirror in the bathroom because, I mean, you don't need a mirror, but it's just something nice to have. And I really wanted to have some plants like around the building. So that was one of my deciding factors on like, you know, what I should keep and what I shouldn't, because I really wanted plants outside to make it look nice. So that affected a lot of my decisions on the inside. Also decided to just take out the sink in the bathroom. It's not ideal. I wish there was a sink in the bathroom, but there's a sink in the kitchen, so you know, after they're done, they can just go to the kitchen and wash their hands. It's no big deal, right? So, yeah. And in the living room area, I opted to do a more, instead of using a sofa, I decided to use 2 chairs. And the clam white chairs I thought would be really nice for this type of build, which also allowed me to kind of change the shape of the front of the house. So it made it a little more interesting, I think, because it was just flat before. I was also able to put in a double bed because of all the changes I made on the first floor, so it gave me a little extra money to have a nice little double bed instead of a single one. And I really liked the layout of the top floor here, especially using this like cursive decal. I was kind of thinking this place maybe used to be like an old bistro or something that was turned into a residential place. So that's kind of what my idea was for this house. Well, anyways, guys, I think we're almost done with the house. Thank you so much again to Simlissy for tagging me to do this. And I guess I'm supposed to tag other people, so that will be up on the screen. And I hope you guys are having an excellent start to the week, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!